Hello everyone, my name is Liam Newman. I'm the owner and founder of Bubblehost, and today I'll be talking to you about how to make and set up your own reseller hosting business. So if you're not sure what a reseller hosting business is, it is where you buy shared hosting solutions and sell them to your customers under your pricing, under your brand name and logo, under your own name servers, under whatever. So you're basically buying servers and renting them out to people. You're buying server space and renting them out to people. Just letting you know, Bubblehost is not a reseller. We use our own servers. The servers are my hardware, so I have complete control over the servers. If something happens, I can fix it. The good thing about the Bubblehost servers is they don't have installed hypervisors. So if you go to big companies, big web hosting companies, you'll actually find out that they have their own sort of hypervisors on the servers, and then they have other servers. So they use one server that's got a lot of like beefy storage and RAM and CPU and all of that, and then they actually had virtual servers on that, and then install cPanel or WHM and set them up. Bubblehost does not do this. We have our own servers, and we don't even have a hypervisor at all. We just have Ubuntu on every server, and install cPanel and WHM straight onto it. So it's called bare metal. So that's what Bubblehost does. There's no virtualization technology whatsoever, so it makes your website a lot faster. So if you're not sure what reseller hosting is where you can buy servers and sell them out to people under your own brand logo. So what I recommend is if you already have a domain, you need a domain, and you go to bubblehost.com.au and you buy a reseller hosting package. Currently there is a 30% discount for Easter, and it literally ends in 4 days, so yeah, get 30% off for an entire year if you want. So what I recommend is you actually scale up, but you can't go down. So if you buy starter reseller hosting, which I recommend for beginners, you buy it, you go to, let's say, 8 cPanel accounts, and you upgrade. And if you want to upgrade again, you can, and you just keep on upgrading. Whereas if you stick at 10 cPanel accounts, you can go over 10 cPanel accounts, but it'll charge you 80 cents. And same thing for here. If you have 30 cPanel accounts, it'll charge you, and you have 31, it'll charge you an extra 80 cents. And if you have 35, it'll charge you extra 80 cents for those 5 cPanel accounts. So 80 cents times by 5. And that'll go to your overall bill as well. Same with business. So just letting you know that. So if we head on over to the starter one, I'm going to use my own domain and domain name servers, which I've already done. If you don't know how to do any of this, just open a support ticket and I'll help you. So here we've got definitely made sure of the metrics. So if you go any over 10 cPanel accounts, you get charged an extra 80 cents per that one cPanel account. So if you've got 2, it's times by 2. And that goes onto your overall bill. You can go monthly or annually. I'm going to go annually. And everything else looks good. So I'm just going to check out. Yes. So Bubblehost doesn't use any hypervisors, and that's good in my opinion, and that's what sets it apart from all the big hosting companies. Alright, so we've got the order placed. We can go to the client area and we can see our service is active. So we don't need to do anything else. Well, we do. We need to set up and install WHMCS. So that stands for Web Hosting Web Hosting Web Host Manager Complete Solution. That's what that is. It basically just means the automation of web hosting. I use WHMCS. It's installed here on this entire website actually. So because you've got a reseller account, you've got WHM, which stands for Web Host Manager, where you can manage all of your clients, and we've got cPanel. cPanel is where you can manage your website, what it looks like and all of that, and how it functions. You've got here everything. I own the actual IP block, so if you've got any issues, just let me know. So what you can do one of two things. You can install WordPress, customize your website, and then you can install WHMCS on top of WordPress. But it will make the site a lot slower because WordPress is quite big. Not very lightweight, is it? Neither is WHMCS. So if you combine them, it's ×2. So the speed is going to be quite slow. It's not going to be mega fast. It's just going to be medium, medium tier. First things first is head on over to WHMCS.com and buy a license. You will need to buy a license. If we just go to, where is it? Services or pricing? No, it's pricing. And you've got your pricing here. So actually, this is a very good deal, to be honest. 250 clients for $29.99 a month, $95 a month. That's not bad. And you've got support. Yes. So buy a license, and then you can install WHMCS. I'm gonna go on over and install WHMCS now because I actually have the dev license. So I'm going to delete this file. It's got auto created. I'm going to upload the WHMCS zip file. So I'll do that now, and I'll get back to you. Alright, I'm back. I've uploaded WHMCS. I can close this, refresh, and we've got WHMCS. So if I extract this now, and we've got, so I can delete these, and then this folder here, we can move everything on here to the home directory. Alright. Okay, so now that we've got WHMCS, if we go to this website, we need to go to the setup. But before we do go to the setup, we need to go to databases, and we need to make a database. So click here to begin. I'm going to agree to this. Yep. Database name, username is going to be the exact same. I'm just going to set it the same. WHMCS, we're going to generate a password. I'm going to change it at the end of the video, so you won't be able to see. And then we're going to assign it to the database. That's very important. Alright, done. So, password. And you need to enter your license key that you got from WHMCS in this installation script. Otherwise, it won't work. So I'm going to quickly do that. Alright, so I've just done that, and we're ready to fill in these details. Just basic information, really. Username can be admin, password. You need to make this very strong because it'll actually be the admin directory for WHMCS. So just... Alright, so it's installed successfully. So what we're going to do is delete this directory. So if we go back to cPanel and we go to the file manager, it's called install. We're going to delete this directory. And we're going to add this cron job. Wait, no. We're going to secure these directories. So, let's see what it says here. Configuration.php. So we need to make it not writable. So change permissions, and we're just going to make this 444. And then last time we're going to set up this cron job. So if we go over to, I think it's under security, maybe advanced, cron jobs every 5 minutes. I've already got it set here, but make sure it's every 5 minutes. You can make it common every 5 minutes. Edit line. Yep, I've already done it, so it's fine. And go to the admin area. Alright, so we've got WHMCS installed. We're going to log into admin with the password that we just set. We're going to go through this setup. So, admin friday.me.uk, your address, your country. You need to change all of this information to your information. Otherwise this will not work. We're going to disable these payments. Enom, you'll need to configure Enom for domains. Market, connect, and finish. Alright, so if we refresh one more time, we'll have another prompt. We're going to just close that. Okay. So, we've got 0, we're just going to check this system health. So we've got 0 that needs attention and 3 warnings. Customizing default paths. So we're going to do this. So to do this, what you're going to have to do, system settings, find storage, enter your password, configurations, and we're just going to have to modify these. So, for example, oh wait, no. So it's system health. Where was it? WHMCS. Alright, let's just see what we can do. Default paths. Further security steps. Default paths. I think we just need to edit the configuration of PHP. Let's have a look. Yep, so we've got templates. That's it though. Downloads, attachments, crons. Oh yeah, okay. So if we go back to system settings and storage, you should have downloads, attachments, projects. We need to modify downloads, templates, attachments, and crons. Let me think. Configuration of PHP. We've only got secure writable directories. Move the crons directory. So we've got that here. Yep, so that's in configuration of PHP. So all we need to do is modify this. So let's just make this writable again. So change permissions, write, and execute. 744. Edit. I'm just going to change this to templates underscore C underscore WHMCS. Templates. And we're going to rename this to templates underscore C underscore WHMCS. And if we have a look now, we'll see, oh, must be writable, let's see. Well, let's just double check that that was right, because it should be writable by default. So, templates underscore C. Yes. Maybe it isn't writable, so change permissions. Refresh. It might be home, pride of me, public HTML, and then this file. So let's try that. Configuration, edit. Home. Okay, right. So let's home, pride of me, public HTML, templates. Refresh. Yeah, that was it. Now we need to do attachments, downloads, and crons. So we're gonna ignore this one. Crons we need to rename. So to do that, it's the same procedure. We go here, and then here's the command for the cron directory. So I'm just gonna go and paste it. Templates. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Cron's here. Update the cron. Yep, here. Alright, so we just need to rename. And it'll be home pride of me. Public HTML. And we're just going to rename this to WHMCS crons WHMCS. Just to make it easier. Okay, and the same thing, we go to crons. Rename. Where was it? Edit. So it was WHMCS crons WHMCS. Go back to crons. Rename. 2. And if we refresh. Yep, that one's done. So we can now secure the configuration.php file again. So that it's 444. And that error should go away. Right. Now we've got attachments and downloads left. So to do this, we're gonna make a new one, attachments underscore WHMCS. Yeah, okay, we need to make it first. So where it says attachments, we're gonna make a new folder. And it's gonna be attachments underscore WHMCS. Alright. And yeah, and then downloads is another one. So it's going to be downloads underscore WHMCS. We're going to duplicate underscore WHMCS. Alright, and now we're going to change it. So where it says attachments, it needs to be attachments underscore WHMCS. We're going to migrate everything over. Yep. Did we do downloads? Yeah, we did. So it's going to be downloads WHMCS. We're going to migrate. Attachments. Switch. Downloads. Migrate. Just migrate wherever possible. Downloads. Migrate attachments. Migrate attachments. Migrate and attachments. Migrate. Okay, so we can now delete the old ones if we just refresh. So we can delete downloads and attachments, the old ones. And let's see what happens if we refresh now. Yep. Using default cart template. So to change that, it's system settings, general. What I recommend to do actually is go back to the file manager and go under templates, order forms. We are using standard cart. All you need to do is copy it and rename it to okay, so what we can do then is make a new folder. Call it your brand name. So for me, it's going to be Bubblehost. And just copy all of this over to Bubblehost. Now if we go to Bubblehost, it should, yep. And then you go to ordering, refresh. It's going to refresh us. You should select your Bubblehost one. Refresh. That one's done. And now automatic updates require a writable directory for staging files. Okay, so to do this, you go over to Utilities, Update WHMCS, and you click Configure Update, the temporary path. So, to do this, you're going to go to your home directory, and you're just going to make a folder called Staging, and you're going to set it home Was it? Nope. Public HTML, where your WHMCS is, and it's staging. Save changes. And let's go back to the system help. I think it's, where is it? System help. Oh, good. Right. Okay. So we've got all of these 27 successful tests that have been passed. So now what we need to do is customize it. So if we visit the client area, we can see that this is our WHMCS install. So we're going to make a product. First things first, log into your WHM, Web Host Manager. Please contact support, unable to perform action. Yeah, I just needed to refresh, I think. Go to packages, add a new package. We're going to call this starter, and we're going to leave everything default and just change this values to 5. And add. Alright, so we've got our new package. So now what we're going to do to add a product or server or whatever, we're going to add a server. So you want to make sure that the server that you're going to use, the hostname or IP address, is the server that your web host manager is linked to. So you can literally just find that in WHM, and it's the hostname. So you just copy the hostname. You set your username is right here, and you use an API token, which is what's recommended. So you've got to make one, call it WHMCS, set it so it never expires, and save. And you copy this, paste it, test. All good, look at that. You don't need to set any of this unless you really want to. Save changes. And you're going to make a new group called shared hosting. I recommend this fill active server until full, then switch to next least used. So what that basically means is it's going to fill the highest, so the most amount of people that are in this server, it's going to fill, and then it's going to switch to the very least server that's being used, if that makes sense. So we've got our server linked, and we're just going to make a product now. So we're going to make a new group, called it shared hosting. Select your package, we have a 30-day money-back guarantee, save changes. Right, and we're going to make a product now. Shared hosting, package 1, well, starter. cPanel module. We don't need it, it's hidden. Continue. Product short description, we can leave that blank. Product description, we're going to set as... so this is where you have your actual cPanel. This is where you have your specifications. So if we go to... oh wait, let me delete the package one. If we go over to starter, the one that we just made, you can specify that you've got 10 gigabytes of disk space, and then we're going to add a break, and you can specify that you've got 100 gigabytes of bandwidth, and you can specify, you know, you've got 5 FTP accounts, and just specify everything you've got. Then you can set your pricing, recurring. You can set it so $5.99. Save. Module settings, cPanel, server group. You want to make sure that you actually add your server. I recommend automatically set up the product as soon as the first payment is received. What that means is it's going to set up the product once you've got your first payment. So make sure that you've got your payment and then it sets it up. Upgrades, you've got your free domain, cross-sells, other links, blah blah blah. So now, if we go over to the website and we refresh, we can see that we've got now shared hosting. You can browse products and you've got your starter plan. And just for this video, I'm going to set it as free. and not require a domain. Right? In fact, actually, no, I'm going to require a domain. And also, I'm going to make a discount, just to show you. So if you go to promotions and coupons and make a promotion, you can call it test. You can have it 20% off. It applies to this product, monthly, and new clients only. And if we refresh, you can make your product, your promotion, and you get 20% off. But because it's free anyway, it doesn't really matter, so we can get rid of it. Checkout, and you can fill in your details for your control panel. What we forgot is we need to go to shared hosting, buy one, and now we can set the domain. You can use google.com. Checkout, and now you can do this. This checkout will be for your dashboard, not mine. This is your system now. So first name, last name, address, phone number. In fact, I'm going to fill in all of these details and just show you what it looks like. So I'll be right back. Alright, so I've just filled out the information. It's done. So if we go to, it's pending. So if we go to our admin dashboard, we can see that we've got one pending order. What we can do now is accept the order. The system can create, you must choose a different domain name. That's fine. So I think we'll have to go through this setup again. I chose the wrong domain, so we can just cancel this. Delete it. And if we go back to order a new one, let's go with example.co. What's this? Oh, that's for Stripe. Okay. Alright then. So because I've got no payment method, you will need one. I'm just going to do the order on this end. So active. We want to make sure it's active. So shared hosting starter. We can make it example.co. Alright, submit order. And it's been accepted. So if we refresh now, my services. Yep, see? And you've got this exact same setup as mine, but just mine is highly customized, as you can see. So this is the customers, and remember, this is your website. So if they go to log into cPanel, what's wrong? Let's see. Let's have a look. List accounts. Oh, it hasn't been created. See the logs. Custom action. Okay, what we can do, I think it's because we don't have a payment gateway. What we can do is just do this manually. It should work if you've got a payment gateway. So it's example.co. Username is example. The password was, I can't remember. So I'm just going to generate one. Use password. Email, it was, oh wait, no. So we can use something at example.com. We've got a package here, create. And then what we can do is if we go to our clients, we can set the product service. So example, and this was the password, and save changes. And if we refresh and click log into cPanel, yeah, it works now. I genuinely believe that it's because we don't have a payment gateway, so it's not working properly. And this is your client's control panel, and you can modify, you can mess with this. Your clients, if you go into list accounts, you can log into their cPanel, You can change their, you can do whatever you want. And your client can, if you set any limitations on emails, you can make email addresses. If you remember, I've set 5 emails on mine. So yeah, it's very cool actually. That concludes this video. If you have any questions, please open a support ticket and I'll answer it, because I'm going to delete this website because I use a dev license, and due to WHMCS's guidelines, I can't put this website publicly, so I'm just gonna delete it. So if you've got any questions, please let me know. If you can't do this, open a support ticket and we will do it for you. Even make it outright customized as well. So yes, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and I hope you have an amazing day.